Every AI assistant you've used lives inside a box. A chat window. You type, it replies. That's the entire relationship. PearlOS throws that out completely, and what it replaces it with is genuinely strange to watch. Instead of a text window, the AI gets a full desktop. With voice. It can see the screen, move the cursor, open apps, click buttons, and talk back to you out loud. Not as a gimmick. As the primary interface. You're not prompting an AI. You're watching one operate a computer. So let's talk about what's actually happening here, because this isn't a chatbot with a prettier skin. PearlOS gives the AI what's called a desktop environment. Think of it like handing someone a full workstation instead of passing notes through a slot in a wall. The AI perceives the screen visually, understands the layout, and can interact with native GUI elements. Open a browser. Navigate to a URL. Fill out a form. It does this the same way a human would, by looking at what's on screen and moving a cursor. The voice layer is what makes it feel different. You speak to it, it speaks back, and the whole time it's doing things on screen. The interaction loop isn't text in, text out. It's more like having a junior assistant sitting at your machine and taking direction. What surprised me was how much this changes the mental model. When you type into a chat window, you're essentially writing instructions and hoping the model interprets them correctly. Here, you can watch the interpretation happen in real time. If the AI clicks the wrong button, you see it immediately. That feedback loop is genuinely faster than reading a response and realizing it misunderstood you. The demos that have been shared show the system handling real tasks, browsing, opening files, navigating menus, without needing custom integrations for each application. That's the key point. It works with existing software. No API. No plugin. If a human can click it, theoretically the AI can click it. But here's the thing, and this is where we have to be honest, autonomous GUI control is still brittle. The AI can misidentify screen elements, especially when layouts change slightly or resolution differs from what it was trained on. One wrong click in a destructive workflow, say, deleting a file instead of moving it, and there's no undo buffer built into the AI's decision process. It acts, and then it's done. Latency is also a real problem. Visual perception plus language reasoning plus motor output takes time. The demos look smooth, but real-world performance on slower machines or with complex interfaces can lag noticeably. This isn't a polished product. It's a proof of concept with sharp edges. And the voice component, while impressive, adds a layer of failure points. Speech recognition errors compound into action errors. If it mishears a command, it might confidently do the wrong thing, and it might do it fast. There's also no sandboxing shown in the public demos. The AI has access to whatever is on screen. That raises obvious questions about safety in any environment where sensitive data is visible. Now, where does this actually go from here? The realistic near-term use case isn't replacing your desktop. It's supervised automation for repetitive GUI tasks. Think, data entry across legacy software that has no API. Or accessibility tooling for users who can't operate a mouse or keyboard physically. Or enterprise QA workflows where a tester needs to click through a UI checklist hundreds of times. If the latency comes down and the error rate on element detection improves, both of which are active research areas, you could see this used in call center environments where agents need to navigate 5 different legacy systems simultaneously. The AI handles the clicking, the human handles the judgment calls. The voice-first interface also points towards something interesting for accessibility. A user who can speak but can't use traditional input devices gets a full computer, not just a voice assistant that controls a narrow set of features. That's a meaningfully different kind of tool. So why does this exist at all? Because the chat window is a constraint we accepted without questioning. It made sense in 2022 when language models were primarily text processors. But models can now see. They can reason about visual layouts. They can generate speech. The chat box doesn't reflect what these models are actually capable of anymore. PearlOS is an argument, not a finished product. It's arguing that the right interface for a capable AI isn't a text field, it's an environment. One where the AI can take action, not just give advice. Whether that argument wins depends on whether the reliability problems get solved. Right now, you wouldn't trust this with anything important unsupervised. But the paradigm it's proposing? That part is hard to dismiss. If this kind of project interests you, AI that acts instead of just responding, next episode we're covering a tool that lets AI agents control browser sessions autonomously, with a full audit trail of every action. That one is closer to production ready. Don't miss it.